I don't know what happened to Doc Rivers. All right, so Doc Rivers should have never got fired, but I guess if you look at it one way, yeah, I guess you got to fire the guy. I mean, they had expectations to go to the finals, and you hawked a mortgage on Paul George. I mean, I don't know what else to do. I guess you got to fire Doc Rivers, but when you count the weird bubble and nobody was able to go anywhere, and a lot of Clippers players didn't want to go, and we have no idea what these players need to keep their mojo going. I mean, it's a lot of situations where some guys, they go to the strip club. Some guys maybe smoke weed, or some guys go play with their kids. Some guys go with their wife. Some guys go get strippers, prostitutes, whatever, drugs, steroids, whatever you want to say about it. Some players, they thrive on it. You know, you got some people, maybe like Tyler Hero and some, I don't want to use race. I want to say white players, but some people who just love to thrive in a bubble. They wake up, they sleep basketball like Jimmy Butler. He loves going for a shoot around, and he loves going to practice and things of that nature. So that's just one thing about it. But when you look at it, you know, I don't know. I don't know if you got to fire Doc Rivers. Was he the problem? And, you know, some things happen under his watch, but it's a weird playoff bubble. They only invited certain teams. There's no crowd. Denver probably wouldn't have beat the Lakers if they had to travel to LA and deal with the fans in LA and stuff like that. And Steve Ballmer's building a new stadium, and he didn't want Doc Rivers in there. But we're talking about Doc Rivers, and the reason why is because the Sixers already hired him. Now, that's weird, again, because I don't know why the Sixers wouldn't just hire Ty Lue. I don't know why they just wouldn't hire Tyronn Lue or another coach. I mean, Doc Rivers seemed like he just ran. He might be better suited to be an analyst or be out of basketball. Was he that good? That's another question. I don't know that Doc Rivers was that good when you inherit Ray Allen and Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett, and then in the draft you just inherit Rondo, who seems to be that fifth glue to it. And, you know, so they won and they beat Kobe, which is they could be commended with the truth. You know, you inherited that. But you had a litany of talent, a plethora of talent out there in LA. You couldn't get it done when you had Chris Paul. You couldn't get it done when you had Blake Griffin at his height. You couldn't get it done. And now you got Kawhi Leonard, who won before, who's not the guy that I think we saw. He's not that dude. So you got Kawhi Leonard and you got Paul George, and that Skip say George Paul, but whatever. Point is, Doc Rivers, I don't know if he should have been fired, but I guess if you hawk the mortgage and pay $1 million for Paul George, who gives you 10 points in the seventh game of a winnable game. I mean, you know, and Paul George, you know, if they got the lead, all you got to do is, you know, get cooking and bring him home. He's incapable of being that star player. We saw it in Indiana. He was never really that good. The East was depleted with no players, and Paul George was over there doing God knows what to make it to the finals. I mean, you know, I don't know, with a really, really bad Pacer team, and he somehow manages to squeak in the playoffs with a 44 and 39 record or something crazy. I don't know. I'm not doing math in my head right now, but point is, I don't know if he should have been fired. And it is buyer beware for the Sixers when you get Doc Rivers, and, you know, he just went from one city to the next city. They're going to be playing in the bubble. It's going to be the same guy who just looks around. They'll figure it out. That was this whole thing. They figured out. I mean, it certainly was the right move to get rid of him if you got championship expectations and you feel like he just wasn't the dude anymore. But if you're the Sixers and you hire him, why not just hire Ty Lue? Why wouldn't you hire Ty Lue? Or if you're, you know, why not get rid of him and keep Ty Lue? You know, you don't have to search around for a coach. This would be amazing to find out who Steve Ballmer hires for his next coach. But anyway, we are doing hot takes, and if you want to know how to get in touch with me, go to Instagram, Best Podcast 2020. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it's I don't know. Doc Rivers, whatever. Maybe he wasn't that good. Just like he wasn't that good as a player. You heard me say it. I didn't say it. But whatever. I'll try to be better, man. Thank you guys for listening. God bless you. I'm out.